Welcome, everybody. This is a Friday episode. Something that I haven't really done. Well, actually, no, I did do it the other day. I think I was more trying to. I was really trying to keep all different days of the week, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then have a long episode on Saturday with like a guest of a friend or something, just somebody that people can meet. Um, I've been um I've been listening to a few different books lately. I've been listening to The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It's about being in the moment and kind of really like embracing like presence, just basically being present wherever you are. Highly recommend it. Um, Another one that I've been reading is uh, You Are Not What You Think. That's by Joseph Wynn. Uh, Really good book. Just essentially kind of trying to show you the difference between your thoughts and thinking about your thoughts. Um, and the last one is actually The Creative Art or The Creative Way. I forgot what it was called. One of those two. Um, Actually, I don't want to get it wrong, so I'm gonna look it up actually right now. I'm just gonna keep it going. There we go. The Creative Act. I was listening to that one. That one's by Rick Rubin. If you don't know who Rick Rubin is, he started Def Jam Records. He produced countless acts and countless music, and he's been doing it for years, 40 years plus. Now, I was having a little bit of difficulty with the material because it's hard. I mean, it really is really hard to kind of just record and talk and kind of just hear yourself. It's it's basically like you're leaving one big voicemail, you know, and you record it. It sounds a certain way, and you think about it a little bit more, and you're like, oh shit, I probably sound like a complete ass. Let me do it again. Are you trying to make it perfect? But those two parts at least I gave up on. I just said I'm just gonna do it. Fuck it. Now I had an epiphany the other night, and it was I stopped trying to do what I enjoy watching, what I enjoy listening to, what I enjoy seeing, because a lot of the things that I enjoy seeing, not a lot of people do, and if you do, it's very rare. Very few people that I know that actually kind of spend a lot of time watching continuously, like the things that I do. The reason I bring that up is because that's the type of content that I wanted to make. So I wanted to make things like Two Bears One Cave, which I think is just fucking hilarious. It's such a good show, podcast, just because of the way that they interact with each other. Another one is uh, uh like anything from your mom's house, basically. Of course, I love the way Joe Rogan interviews, and then the other one was Kill Tony. I really do like that show a lot. But I am not them. And the epiphany came at the moment when I started thinking about my small music career that I had. I began kind of initially when I started it started as a joke, but when I actually started writing and kind of wanting to do things, I kept wanting to be the people that I admired. I kept wanting to kind of write music like them, or make music like them, to rap like them, to sing like them, to flow, to have the cadence, to have the act like them. And after months and months of trying it, it wasn't until I actually stopped doing that, because no matter how much I tried, I learned that I couldn't do that. I couldn't be that type of artist or that type of writer. And it wasn't because I couldn't write what they wrote. It's because I didn't feel what they wrote. I didn't feel what they were feeling when they wrote that. Whether it's a party song or a fun song or a really sad romantic ballad, whatever it is. And I that epiphany kind of came to me in regards to this, because it's only been a few episodes, and I've been it's a strong, it's a steep cliff. It really is. It's a steep learning curve, because I know some friends that have done a few episodes for this, but they don't do a lot of them, just because it does take a lot of work, and it's not like I can ask, you know, YouTube, how do I start a successful podcast? Or, hey, Mr. Beast, how'd you get famous? Things like that. It's just not realistic. I knew I had two things going for me. I knew, number one, I wasn't afraid to make fun of myself. I wasn't afraid of failure. I wasn't afraid to just do something that was going to offend somebody, or make somebody mad, or even make me look bad, put me in a bad light. I was okay with making myself vulnerable. And number two was, I have a leap first, look later kind of mentality to these things. I've done so many things because at one point or another, it wasn't a me thing. It was a us thing. It was a group of friends. We were all going to do this. We were all going to go do something together. And then everybody got scared and everybody left. Everybody stopped. Everybody quit. Nobody tried. Nobody actually did it. And what happened is I got so used to just being let down by peers or by friends. I mean, have you tried getting a group of people together to go out? It fucking sucks. It's a pain in the ass. Like, if getting people together wasn't so difficult, I would probably want to see more people more often. That's the same thing with doing this, doing anything. People just constantly let you down when it starts off with, let's do this together. Let's do this for us. And very quick you find out it's not let's do this for us. It's let's do this for us while it's convenient, while it's fun, while it's comfortable. But the moment it's not, it's the moment they're gone. Now, I'm not saying that to dig on my friends or anything like that. I love them very much. I do. I'm saying that to kind of call attention to a lot of people or peers who have always said they wanted to do something, but they never did. They love talking about doing something, but they never do it. They never actually do it. And as long as I can remember, I've been confronting those people, confronting that behavior. Because you can talk about it all you want, and you can get the same feeling as if you were to actually do it, with the exception of actually doing it and either succeeding or failing. It's it's a proven fact that in the human psyche, you get the same high from talking about doing something than you do actually doing it. Much like you hear people all the time saying, I'm going to start this diet. Oh, once this calms down, I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to buckle down. I'm going to start meal prepping. I'm going to start doing cardio. I'm going to start blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's great. That's great. I'm gonna look at memberships to the gym right now. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get all these supplements. I'm gonna get all this workout equipment, whatever, and then nothing happens. People do that all the time because they're just afraid to fail. Because if if you talk about it, you can get the high without the failure hangover. The hangover you get from failing, the bad feelings. So when it came to this, I I had a handful of people that had told me, "Oh, that would be cool. That'd be fun. Let's do it. Let's do it." And I was saying, "Let's do it. Come on, let's do it together. Let's all do it there." Nobody ever did, or our schedules didn't light up, or the vibe and everything else was incorrect. But it's not about that. It's about what I decided to do, which is much like the music part, just to circle back and completely get off that tangent that for whatever reason I was on. Um, this is going to start becoming my music, basically. Like I am writing using the influence of everything that I enjoy listening to or that I love watching or that inspires me. But I'm not going to attempt to be them, no matter how much I want to, because I love listening and I love watching that. And it makes me feel like I would feel awesome if somebody would put me in the same conversation as that. But I just can't. So from now on, I mean, I'm going to do what I do best, which is basically have heart-to-heart chats or just explain or just basically just, in other words, a diary or a journal or that pillow that you scream in when you're really, really mad, you know? This camera, this microphone is that pillow. I when I had that thought, I had it at like 3 in the morning. It was really weird. Really weird. I just woke up and I started thinking about it. And the funny thing is, the following day, listening to the Rick Rubin book, he mentions exactly that, those same exact feelings. He didn't explain it the way that I just did right now, but he said it. He said it in his own way. Point is, I understood it. I understood that that wasn't it. Like, I think that I'm a funny guy, but there's also a lot more that I apply that comedy to. I don't just apply it to just every day, constantly um, making something super outlandish, like some crazy outlandish joke. No, I apply that humor at the most sensitive of times, the most inappropriate of times. Whether it's, you know, comparing your spouse to Hitler or making fun of your emotional insecurities, calling you a leper, calling myself a leper. That's what I do. I have great observation skills when it comes to picking up things on people. I consider myself very empathic and pathetic. Not the same thing, but kind of start the same. They're not the same though. Well, I mean, kind of they are actually. If you're an empath and you're pathetic, pathetic, you're a loser. If you're an empath, you're probably still a pussy. I mean, whatever. Well, the one of the problems that I had in my just overall in my life is that I've been very, very good at knowing what the problem is with any relationship that I've had. I've been able to disassociate myself from the situation, put myself in their shoes, and understand why our frequencies are off, or why we're not jiving, or why something's wrong. And it's a great skill to have. It is. Problem is, I'm good at observing. I'm not necessarily good at fixing. And that becomes the issue. Is sometimes I know what the issue is. I know why I don't trust somebody, or I know why they don't trust me, or I know why they're upset, or why she's upset, or why I am upset, or whatever it is. That doesn't mean I know how to fix it. Like I know, like like a few years back, like I knew that my car stunk because there was a dead rat in my engine bay. In my Prius, a rat had crawled in and died. I didn't know how the fuck to get it out though, but I knew it was there. Everybody else did too. It fucking smelled bad. Just crawled in there and died. And I didn't know how to fix it, but I knew it was there. It took a lot longer for me to solve that, just because I knew there was a problem, which is step one in fixing anything, is recognizing that there's a problem. And then after that, it took 2 weeks before I was able to get that fucking rat out of my engine bay. It smelled so bad. I couldn't run the AC in my car because it smelled so bad. Point is, I knew it was there, but I couldn't fix it. I have a lot of conversations with myself. And this is what this feels like sometimes. It's me just talking to myself. I've been doing it since I was little. Maybe I am empathic or schizophrenic. Who knows? Not multiple personality disorders. Probably schizophrenic. Maybe. Maybe I just have a very vivid imagination. But as a kid, I always imagined having conversations with other people because I was so socially awkward. I couldn't actually have a conversation with somebody. That the only way that I was actually able to do it was by being a complete jokester, just being the funniest that I can think of, which made people, I noticed, because it made people laugh. And I noticed when people were around me, if I was able to make them laugh, they would like me. So naturally, as a kid, I didn't develop a whole lot of real communication with people up until later, because I was so embarrassed, just so awkward, that I just immediately, you know, say a joke, say something really funny, stick my belly out, show my little baby man boobs. And it kind of still continues for the most part. Sometimes but the thing is, like I enjoy making people laugh. It's great. It's my favorite thing in the world. I don't want to do it I don't want to do it in a way that is harmful to people, though. And I think that was my mistake initially, was I, for whatever reason, got it in my head that the more outlandish that I am, the better. But I think I already kind of covered that, so I'm not going to go back into that. I think there's a lot of things that me and a bunch of other dudes, a bunch of other men, basically, that we haven't really developed. Men just overall in general haven't developed a lot of skills, a lot of interpersonal skills that women developed. And don't get me wrong, we learned some of it from women who have those good conversational skills, those good interpersonal the dynamics, the sharing of emotions, the saying how you feel. A lot of women do genuinely just kind of push towards that with their partner, and it's great. It really is. So many of us are just thick as fucking rocks, man. Like, we genuinely don't know shit. I can honestly tell you that one of the biggest issues that I've had throughout my life is assumption. Assumption on not just my part, but on, let's say, my partner's part. Right? I assume they're going to be okay with something. I assumed they're going to want something. I assume that they liked or disliked something, and vice versa. They assumed that I would like something. They assumed that I would approve of a behavior. They assumed that I wouldn't have a problem with it. And that was never the case. Whenever somebody assumed, it just turned into, why didn't you ask me? The response always, well, I thought, blah, 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 blah. Barf. Just barf words, just whatever, just something that is a bad answer, which is just an assumption of it. I've slowly kind of just continued to work on myself. I've done a lot of that. Definitely done a lot of it over the past few years. Tons. I don't know. I mean, some of you may know parts of my life. My close friends do, definitely. But the past few years have not been the easiest. Not because there's anything wrong. No. Just because I've been put in some tough situations that didn't initially start out as tough situations, but that's what they turned into. Like, the past few years have been a swift punch in the dick. Like, what am I supposed to do, right? But I still fucking push myself to go through it. Still push myself to go. I mean, yeah, sometimes I cry. Sometimes I call myself a little bitch. Sometimes I have my friends do it for me just because I don't want to do it for myself. Sometimes I message my buddy Tim, hey Tim, and he'll say, what's up, faggot? And I'm like, oh, thanks, bro. He'll say, stop being a little bitch. I'll be like, yeah, I was crying. He goes, stop it. I'll be like, all right, you made sense. You're right. You're right. I got a case of bitchitis. I mean, so many times I don't know what to do. A lot. A lot of times I have no fucking idea what to do. And some of these questions are not questions you typically ask other people for help for. And it's not because they probably can't give you any insight. It's just because all they can do is give you an opinion. The decision still has to be made by you or by me. People can tell you what they think, but most of the time, deep down, we're going to do whatever the fuck we're going to do. Unless somebody has a very compelling argument as to why we shouldn't already do what we always knew at the back of your head that you were going to do fucking anyway. The only reason you asked this fucking person was because you wanted to hear them regurgitate your own words to you. But let's just say, for example, they didn't. Instead, they give you a counter argument. Now you're sitting there like, I mean, I appreciate you giving me your 2 cents, but you could shove those fucking 2 cents up your tits because I'm just going to do what I'm going to do anyway. But you asked and you appreciate it. And that's kind of what it is. I've had a few friends tell me that they're not fans of therapy. They're not fans of talking to people. They don't really think it helps. I think it does. I think it's fucking great. I really do. There's a difference when you're saying a story to a peer or a friend or a family member, as opposed to telling it to a completely stranger. To a complete stranger. Your friends are all 99.99% of the time are going to be on your side. Unless, unless you like murder or like rape somebody, then you might get some pushback. But I mean, that's, I'm not going to talk about that. Talk about regular stuff. And, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to start recording mornings because another part of my epiphany was that my circadian rhythm starts early, and I have the most life in me in the morning. At nighttime, not so much, which was a bad idea from the get-go, but I didn't think about it. Hadn't put two and two together. And I like to do everything in the morning. The nighttime for me is for sleeping, for fucking, sleep fucking, and doom scrolling on your fucking phone. That's basically it. Until you go to sleep. But like these things right now are kind of rough because it's nighttime right now. It's about 9 o'clock at night. Typically, I'd be balls deep in my pillow, just drooling my fucking face off with my Nod Pod on my face, just fucking. I'm gonna switch to mornings. I'm gonna switch it to mornings, and I'm gonna do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Last thing I want to say, which is I actually want to give you the details of the dream that I had. So the dream that I had that led to this epiphany, and it's completely fucking unrelated. I don't know why this dream gave me that epiphany about uh, uh like not trying to do what I enjoy, but instead just doing what comes out. In this dream, in this very, very vivid dream, I went on a date with a gay guy, with a man, knowing damn well he was gay. This is in my dream. Like, this just happened. I didn't choose it. I don't think I'm gay. Um, if I am, I mean, fuck, bro, it's about fucking time. I'm fucking 40, man. You should have started this shit a long time ago. But and I know it's a dream because number one, I'm naked, but I have a jacket on, like a sweatshirt, like a zip up hoodie, but I'm butt ass naked, which is not typical of me to be butt ass naked with a hoodie. Um, but I'm at McDonald's. I'm at a McDonald's, butt ass naked with a hoodie on. I don't know who this gay guy is, but he walks in and he's like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, are you my date?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "You're my date." He's like, "You're cute." I was like, "Oh shit, thanks, bro." Um, and he tells me, he's like, "Yeah, what do you want?" Being a gentleman, he offers me something from McDonald's, and I was like, "Shit, oh shit, bro. Okay, okay, okay. Gonna buy me a drink." I was like, "I'll get a Diet Coke," and he goes, "Babe, you can have all the Diet Coke you want." And I'm like, "Oh shit." This is how I know it was a dream, that it wasn't a nightmare, because yes, I may have been butt ass naked at McDonald's, which probably would is not really that big of a red flag, to be honest. I mean, I've seen naked people at McDonald's, but the fact that homie offered me some Diet Coke, and if you guys know me, I love me some Diet Coke. And for whatever reason, we get some big ass sodas. We're walking. We're apparently going to a concert at my old high school, kind of thing. And we're talking, and he starts asking me like, "Hey, what? We're gonna go to this concert. Um, that we're gonna see Pink Sweats. If you guys know who that is, it's a big fat black dude with the worst pink everywhere. He's a really solid singer. Um, and he's like, "Oh yeah, what concerts have you seen?" I was like, "Oh, I've seen Kanye, I've seen Common, I've seen Chappelle, I've seen Muse, I've seen start naming off bands." And he's like, "Oh, that's cool, that's cool." He's like, "Yeah, you've definitely seen a lot more than me." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I've gone to a lot of concerts. Like I spent a lot of money on a lot of live music." He's like, "Oh, that's cool." Then we get to the venue, right? We get to the high school, which is what it was. Um, and we're in the high school. Um, I don't know if you guys remember the movie Bridesmaids, but in the movie Bridesmaids, the end scene, remember where the two maid of honors kind of finally like sort out their drama. Kirsten Wiig is kind of like happy shit, and they're singing, and then Wilson Phillips comes out and they start singing and shit. There's like fountains and stuff. And that's what it looked like. I mean, my high school doesn't look like that. My high school is shitty. It's dirty. Everything is colored brown. It's fucking terrible. Um, and we 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 went there, but they didn't have couches. Like they did. I'm sorry. Yeah, they didn't have like seats. They didn't have like stadium seating. Like this fucking concert legit had beds. Like that was the seating. Like, why is the concert in my dream? Why don't I even have assigned seating? Why am I sharing a bed with a bunch of other people and my gay date? This was like a fucking Diddy party. And we're there, we're hanging out, and he's like, "Yeah, you like it?" I'm like, "Yeah, the music's great." I'm seeing Pink Sweats, motherfucker singing his ass off, sounding badass. I'm just like, "Yeah," and I don't know why, I'm like laying on my stomach with, yeah, and I still have just the hoodie on, just the hoodie, bare ass. Keep in mind, I hadn't shaved because I guess in my dream, like I knew we were gonna hang out, but I didn't shave because I didn't think I was gonna be bare assed. Kind of like some women sometimes where like, they don't expect you to be that good of say, have that good of chemistry. And you guys go out and then things escalate really fast because you guys are really into each other. And then she's like, "Oh, no." you try and go down on her, and she's like, no, 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 I haven't shaved yet. I haven't shaved. And you're just like, I don't give a fuck, baby. Bring it here. Like that. That's basically what I felt like. I'm just bare ass. But like when you're younger, or back in the day, you're sitting on you're kind of like sitting on your stomach, right? With your arms propped up like this, and your legs kind of kicking in the back like that. Like that. But this guy sitting next to me. I don't remember what the dude looked like. Just kind of throwing me off. But like he starts asking me, yeah, you like this? You like the music? I'm like, yeah, man, it's dope. It's dope, bro. Like I like it. Thank you for inviting me to this romantic ass concert that has beds instead of assigned seating. And he's like, yeah, yeah. And I was like, hey, I don't know if I was like, I don't know if I gave you the wrong impression, which to be honest, kind of I would assume that I did because why would I accept a date from a guy? And why would I go? And why would I wear no pants? But we I was like, I don't know if I gave you the wrong impression, like a fucking asshole. Like who am I? Why am I leading this guy on? And I told him, I'm not gay. Like I don't want you to think that I am because I'm not. Even though granted every signal that I've given at that fucking moment was gay as fuck. I was wearing no pants. We're at a Pink Sweats concert, just me and this dude. I accepted his Diet Coke that he bought for me, which is very nice of him. Very, very nice of him. Um, and we laid next to each other on the bed so we can watch Pink Sweats. And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, I've just gotta be, I appreciate all this stuff, man, but I'm not gay, bro. And he's like, are you sure? I was like, I mean, I'm pretty sure. I'd be like, all this shit was dope, man. I would put out, you know. I mean, I'd expect a girl to put out, but I'm just not gay, man. And this dude gets kind of pissy. He's like, man, I knew I shouldn't have fucking invited you. And I'm like, whoa, hey, man. Like, I thought we had a nice time. And he's like, fuck this. He's like, fuck this, fuck you, I'm leaving. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? I'm like, I thought we were having a great time, bro. How am I gonna get home? Who's gonna walk me home? I don't know why I'm still continuing to egg this gay guy on. I don't know, but I am. I'm just like, why? The fuck is wrong with me? And he leaves. He ends up leaving me. That son of a bitch. He took me out to a concert and he left me in the fucking concert just because I didn't want to put out. What an asshole. Hmm. I mean, yes, I'm not gay. That I know of, at least. Who knows? I'm still young. I mean, maybe it could kick in like when I'm like 60, like fucking Elton John or Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner, whatever. Maybe I'm just a late bloomer, but I don't know. Kind of mad to be honest. If I'm not, actually, no. I mean, I'm not mad because I'm not. No, I'd be mad if it took this long to like activate, like puberty. Like, why now, bro? Like, where were you in my 20s? You know? Where were you when I was out fucking raving or when I was out clubbing? When I was out just getting fucking wrecked, drinking a bottle of Alizé, going to Club Kiss in Anaheim. Nope. I want to use the last minute here to apologize to the gay guy in my dream. Sorry, bro. You were very sweet and you were very nice. But just because I don't want to fuck you doesn't mean you should be an asshole. I thought we had a pretty nice time. That's my time, everybody. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm gonna keep working on this. Just gonna keep doing it. I believe this is episode number 8. I got 92 to go. Let's do this. I'll see you guys at 100.